Dr. Nandi-Ndaitwah addressed a panel discussion themed Advancing U.S. Africa Energy Partnerships from Dialogue to Delivery at the ongoing U.S. Africa Business Summit in Luanda. The session sought to explore the consistency in policy and promote trust in the delivery of investments while taking into consideration the needs of governments and businesses. President Nandi-Ndaitwah highlighted the time spent in dialogue as consuming, leading to the unintended objectives in terms of delivering on projects.
For us really to achieve a win-win situation, we need trust between ourselves. The African people, the investors, coming from anywhere in the world, including the United States of America, we need to trust one another, and we must work in true partnership where there is no one who wants to get more than the other, but to make sure that at all times, the owner of the resources, who are the Africans, and the investors who are bringing the money, they all have a benefit from those resources.
The recent discoveries of oil and gas reserves in Namibia has generated considerable global interest, which the president says, as rightly spotlighted. U.S. companies, including Chevron and ExxonMobil, are participating in Namibia's offshore oil and gas explorations. President Nandi-Ndaitwah says these explorations mark the beginning of a robust bilateral partnership in the energy sector.
What we have to accept is that energy is the greatest enabler for development and industrialization in any country in the world. And when we talk about energy, particularly in Namibia, we have now discovered the oil and gas, but we have been also for quite a long time talking about renewable energy, where we have been also calling for investment. Of course, there has been investment that has been coming in, but when you compare, when the investment is coming in, then you find that for the investor to recoup what they have put in, it sometimes increases then the price, so to the extent that the population are not able to afford. So one wonders why this happens. If it's the same people, you would want to see the price per unit to be across the board so that you can show that sustainable development.
The Namibian leader also assured the attendees of government's readiness to create a conducive environment for the private sector for gains that would contribute to national development agenda. Panelists also shared their views on the importance of trust for strategic partnerships.
Go back to where you started on the conversation of trust and what we need to see, and why maybe it feels like it takes so long. I want to bring in the topic of technology, because exploring for oil and gas and doing it in a responsible and ever cleaner way in deeper water, in tighter rocks, always requires new technology. And it's one of the most fun things about this industry is the technology that we bring to bear to provide energy to a growing world. And everywhere that host governments have rules and regulations in place, when we have trust and we have a new technology, or it's deeper water, or it's going to be more capitally intensive, if we can come and have that conversation about what it will take to attract investment.
Don't make a position, this is not tied aid. This is aid to bring industry together with our partners to meet them where they are. Because we can't tell them where to go. We have to meet them where they are and figure out where do we get again, where I started. Where does the financiers come? Where the industry come? Where do the developers come?
Blanche Coreses, NBC News, Luanda, Angola.